Hi, welcome to On the Shelves at ACPL. Today we are going to be talking about horror books. And if you know me, you know that this is not a genre I read normally, but I have found some great books in our library. Most are recent, some are classics, but most are recent books that you may or may not have picked up that fall in that horror genre. So let's get started. Our first book is Boy in the Box by Marc E. Fitch. Jonathan is one of only 4 people who know about a tragic hunting accident that left a friend dead and buried in a box in the woods in the Adirondacks. But one of those people has just passed away. So the other 2 join Jonathan in a visit to this remote woods in the Adirondacks to see if their secret is still buried. What they don't know is there is a supernatural entity that has been waiting to hurt them, to ruin their lives, and they are walking right into a trap. Our next book is an adult graphic novel. It is Killadelphia. It is by Rodney Barnes, Jason Sean Alexander, and Louise Nicht. Jimmy is a beat cop. He goes home to Philadelphia to bury his father, who is a much revered police officer. He finds that his hometown has possibly gotten even worse since he left, that there is poverty, there is violence, and there are vampires. And he finds himself joining the fight against John Adams, the long ago president who was presumed dead, who is trying to raise an undead army and fight another revolutionary war. So if you like your stories with some history as well as vampires, Killadelphia would be a great choice. Our next book is The Chill by Scott Carson. Many years ago, a town was sacrificed for the greater good. A reservoir was built, the town was flooded to provide water for those downstate in New York. But the residents of this small town did not leave without a fight, and many of them didn't go far, and some of them never left at all. An inspector is sent to look at the dam, which has been neglected for many years, and discovers that perhaps there is some supernatural, malevolent things going on. Something inexplicable happens, and perhaps the water is coming to claim more victims and right the wrong that was perpetrated many years ago when this little town was flooded. Our next book is Violet by Scott Thomas. Just reading the description of this book is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Chris lived in a small town many years ago. It is where she lost her mother. She has grown up, gotten married, has a child of her own, and then her husband dies. And so she decides to go back home to lick her wounds, to try to recover. But when she gets there, she finds that there is a friend who is waiting for her, who may or may not be alive. My guess is that this person is not alive. And so the picture on the front cover, I'm going to move it up a little bit, shows a young lady with her hand out, but the reflection in the water shows another person. So this seems like it would be an extremely scary ghost story, perfect for this Halloween season. And our last adult fiction book is The Cabin at the End of the World by Tremblay. When is playing outside. He and his parents have moved to this small town, and he is adjusting, getting used to the place, and then the largest man he's ever seen walks up and starts talking to him. And they hit it off immediately. This person seems like a very nice person. But what Wynn doesn't know is that shortly thereafter, men who are dressed just like this giant are going to be coming in their suits and coming toward his house. The gentleman that he is speaking with gets very agitated and says, "Go inside. You know that you didn't do anything wrong, but there's going to be some bad stuff happening. Your dads aren't going to want to let us in, but they need to." This story is obviously horror, but it is also apocalyptical because they are being told that they must do something horrible to save the world. I hope you found a horror novel that appeals to you. If you did, you may put it on hold by calling any of our branches or by going to our catalog at alamancelibraries.org. We are also open to the public, so check our website to find out the hours. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time on the shelves.